Now, if you want to be a tech YouTuber, do unboxings, or simply show whatever is of interest to you to your audience in detail, one of the most useful things to have is a simple, workable overhead setup. I've already done a video about the one that I'm using, but it's rather complicated and rather expensive because it's the result of me just throwing things together that I already had laying around because one day I decided I needed an overhead setup. So Sebz, here's 3 options for a budget yet decent overhead setup. Now, the most simple way to do this in my book is to use a tabletop mic stand like this. Usually these mic stands come with 5/8 of an inch mounts, so the first thing we need to do is adapt the 5/8 of an inch mount to a 1/4 inch mount using a simple screw adapter. To make the setup more versatile, a simple mini ball head will increase the range of motion by a lot. And since I'm going to suggest you use your smartphone as the camera because it's easy to use and super lightweight, which makes it perfect for such a setup, we're also going to need a smartphone grip. The best one out there, in my opinion, is the Ulanzi STU2S. So this one screws right on top of the mini ball head. Make sure everything's a tight fit. Next up, of course, mounting the phone. And with this exact setup right here, it even gives you enough range of motion to use a wide angle on your smartphone without the base of the mic stand showing up on screen. Now, good video is only as good as its audio, and to enhance the audio quality of our recordings, we're going to use this tiny Saramonic smart mic, which plugs right into the headphone jack of your smartphone and will get you far better audio than the internal audio would. If you want to listen to your audio while playing back a clip on your smartphone without unplugging the mic, use the 3-pole version of the Saramonic called SRX-M1 and a wire adapter like this. One end is for the mic, the other for your headphones. And because most of the time, while you're using this, you're going to be very close to the microphone while you speak, we're going to use this EduTeach EWS-003 Mini Dead Cat as a pop filter. So put the dead cat on the mic, secure the dead cat, and plug the microphone in. And now we're ready to set up a shot. Now, as far as framing the shot goes, there's really not more to it than finding a nice place to sit for the mic stand and using the mini ball head to adjust the smartphone to get the framing you want. As far as lighting is concerned, if I can't control the lighting situations, I will basically shoot the smartphone in complete auto and just let it do its thing. Now, to get great autofocus performance, I can really recommend anything up from and including a Galaxy S7. What you should be looking for in a smartphone's autofocus system is number 1, dual pixel autofocus, and number 2, laser autofocus. If you're not sure what your smartphone is using, go visit GSM Arena, search for your smartphone, and under camera, it'll tell you the system it's using. One more thing concerning lighting. Preferably, you want to control the whole lighting environment. The most easy way to do this with a setup like this is to install a light source very close to the lens of the smartphone that is pointed straight down. This way you don't need an elaborate lighting setup to make this work. Here's an option. This is the Aperture ALM9 Mini LED light. It comes with its own battery, but you can also run it off the grid via a micro USB cable. But the reason it's perfect for this setup is its mount, because the mount allows you to easily connect it to the STU2S smartphone grip. Take this part of the mount off, so it looks like this. Get your Ulanzi STU2S smartphone grip, and then you can connect the LED light to the 1/4 inch mount on the side of the smartphone grip. But make sure to apply it like this, and then put the light in like that. Make sure it's a tight fit, and this is what this is supposed to look like. Alright, so let's quickly set up a shot manually. Checking the white balance first. Then making sure the ISO is set at 50. Let's turn on the light. Yep, and that works just fine. Making sure even shiny parts are not too overexposed. And now you always have perfect lighting for what's right in front of the camera lens. Pros and cons for this option: on the pro side, easy to set up, easy to adjust, and easy to move this thing around and place it wherever you want to place it. On the con side, not much range of motion when it comes to height, so if you want to show large objects, this is not the setup for you. Also, since the mic stand rests directly on the table, unfortunately, table bump means camera bump. But now let's move on to option number 2. If your table allows for it, this option number 2 right here is actually my personal favorite, and it's most likely going to replace my old tabletop setup. This is a table clamp mic mount, and like with the option 1, you have to adapt the 5/8 of an inch mount to a 1/4 inch mount via a screw adapter. Then it follows the same pattern. You put the mini ball head on, you put the smartphone grip on, you put the light on the smartphone grip, you put your smartphone in the smartphone grip, you hook up the Ceremonic smart mic, and you're good to go. Except that now you have much more range of motion. The only little downside compared to option number 1, it's not as easily moved around. So this I would consider perfect for stationary setups that aren't disassembled and reassembled, but just stay as they are. Once again, since it's connected directly to the table bump equals camera bump. Third option, good old regular mic stand. It's as versatile as option number 2 when it comes to range of motion, and more versatile than option number 1. But it's also the one that takes up the most space and is the most flimsy. All you have to do to get camera shake with this setup is basically walk past the mic stand. Then again, table bump remains table bump. So Sebz and everybody else, of course, if you liked the video, if you found it helpful, please make sure to leave a thumbs up. It's greatly appreciated. Any kind of comment or feedback is welcome, and I'll try to answer as quickly as possible. As always, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for watching, and hopefully see you again soon.